Well, hey everybody, I'm Justin.
I'm Courtney.
And welcome to Working From Home, our podcast. And you're probably wondering where we've been. And that's what today's going to be all about today. So we welcome you to Working From Home, and we pray that something is going to be said to you in a little bit. I feel like I'm talking like a pastor. About...
Get ready.
Whatever about this. So welcome to Work From Home. Glad you guys are here. Welcome back, everyone. We're so glad you guys are here with us today as we engage. And we thought that today's podcast on the 12th could be one where we literally just kind of give you an update on, like, I guess, where we've been. There's been a lot that's happened. And let's see, there's sickness, there's birthdays.
It's only been a month into 2024, and I feel like we lived the whole year in a month. Like, it's just been a lot.
So let's go back into time.
Go back into time.
Let's see, if we go back into January, you came down with the COVID.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I think in this house, we had every sickness.
We did.
So first Cam came down with strep throat.
Yeah.
So he was sick for that for a while. Then I got COVID right after. And then luckily nobody got each other's sicknesses, which is good. And then you got some random cold.
Yeah.
It was like some random
My
cold.
doctor said that it's like the new strain of COVID that's supposed to be coming. But like, I didn't have COVID, but it's like the new strain that's supposed to be more gastrointestinal.
Oh.
Yeah, he said this next strain that's happening is more gastro than it is respiratory. So I guess we'll have to, that there's if you guys watch CES, it was the Consumer Enterprise show that was in Vegas. I'm getting someplace.
What?
There is a robotic toilet. If you say this might be gastrointestinal, there's a robotic toilet, and you literally, it has seat warmers. You wave at it and it opens up. It plays music, it has lights, and then if you have the Vision Pro, it has Vision Pro from Apple has an opportunity for you to be able to watch shows, watch whatever. And so if this new strain of COVID is gastrointestinal, we're prepared for it.
That's
a lot. Yeah.
AI, robotic.
Well, this is more AR and MR.
But I'm sure that's actually really good as it relates to, and then seeing like the technology of toilets, like, it'll be able to tell you, like, if you have any, like, I don't know, like, a lot of stuff is in your stool and a lot of stuff is in like your urine, like be able to tell you like diseases or sicknesses that you have just by the stool. Like, actually technology in the toilet is actually brilliant.
Actually really smart to think about.
Brilliant. Yeah.
That's actually really smart to think about. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that they made an MR related toilet, but I'm sure. Because they're
able to tell you like,
because like Vision Pro,
what's going
so
on.
with Apple's Vision Pro, you're able to look at food and get exactly how many calories are in your food.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you're able to do like so much, and so
he's on this campaign to get
an Apple Vision Pro. I really want an Apple Vision Pro.
You have been on this campaign. I didn't want to share this with you. Mike Todd is doing a sermon series.
Stop. I don't want to know. Don't.
About fruit in the spirit, and he started with Apple. So I was like, this was a long stretch for you to just get a Vision Pro.
I really want an Apple Vision Pro. They're $4,000, and then I would need to get the glasses in it too. So
how do you wear glasses?
You get it. You get your prescription.
You can put your prescription.
You can put your prescription in it. That's why I want one so bad, because then I could literally that'd be my life. I really want an Apple Vision Pro, but anyway, so that's that. That was sickness. But in the midst of that, I guess, talking about working from home, right? Yeah. I think it spoke volumes because we constantly talk about in marriage, right? It's 200% every single day, right? And so 200% then means so when Court was down, I adjusted my work schedule and things like that to Cam and medicine and all of that, and then she did the same thing for me. And that whole thing where marriage is not 100% and it's not 50-50.
It's not 50-50.
Let's talk about that in a second. But it's 200%. Marriage is 200%, not 50-50 or 100. Whatever. It is 200%, and each person has to give 100% a day. And every once in a while, there are moments where only one person can give 85% and somebody else has to compensate for the 15%. And somebody can only give, 50% and because of work or life or whatever. And so what we recognize in that season is the continual nature of working from home in terms of marriage, in terms of giving 200%.
Yeah, that I think whoever said that, I forgot who I got that from. Maybe it was Pastor Buchanan. But that knowledge really has changed, I think, our perspective, right? In a lot of ways. So many times. Oh, yeah, 200%. Yeah, that's so shout out
Mike Glenn. Hey. Speaking of, all you guys are listening to this, Valentine's Day is 2 days away. All
right. So that it's such a notion, right? I think in this world we're raised of like, you know, put your all into it, just get your portion, and then whoever else. But then it's like, do you really want to run a deficit in your marriage, right? Like, you know, everybody is not their full self every single day, right? But it's like, do you really want to run a deficit just for the sake to say, well, I gave my all today and this person didn't? You still have a deficit in your home. And it's like, no. Once you realize, okay, this person or whatever, sicknesses, jobs, whatever, they are unable to give their full self.
That's it. And like, it's that, and then also this dating game right now that everything is 50-50, marriages are 50-50. So like, you know, I pay the mortgage, but then you pay car note, or I do this. And
or nowadays, people don't want to pay like anything, and it's like, I saw this thing where it's like, I don't think people are really looking for relationships anymore. They're looking for investors. Yeah. Like, they're looking for people to like invest in them, or just to like this traditional notion. It's so funny how we like refute the traditional ways of life, but when it comes to money, it's like,
be very traditional,
like have the man. And it's like, our economy is not, because you know, I like looking at history and why things have come the way they are. Like, in that case, like, people were getting married, like, straight out of high school. If not in high school. Like, they were getting married, like, early on. Like, from the beginning of time. Like, the early 50s and 40s. Like, they were getting married so early on. And it was like, okay, we got to figure this out. They're having kids at an early age, 18, 19, 20. And as they grow, like, things are completely different as they are. So we want a very, like, untraditional look. Like, no, I want to graduate. I want to go to college. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to have my own career. I want to do that. I want to do that. But then I'm totally traditional. I want you to give me all take care of me. And if you can't take care of me, then that's a lousy man. Because it is just like, I don't know, this notion. That's just my unpopular opinion. You know, I'm like untraditional and everything else in life, but like I feel that we don't have a realistic view of relationships and marriages.
Made to be broken.
Yes.
Right? So traditions in and of themselves, I think the Latin for it is like frozen success. Right? So traditions are, there's a moment in time it was successful.
Right.
Unless it's the Green Bay Packers, then we're always successful. Right? So we won the first Super Bowl. That's why it's named the Vince Lombardi
He's
Trophy.
so salty because he went the Packers to get the Super Bowl.
But did you see, I'm going to put it on the screen now. Did you see the new Super Bowl logo for next year?
It's green?
No, the new Super, so you know the superstition between the Super Bowl logo.
Yeah, but
no.
It was purple.
Baltimore, they found a way to lose. So here's the thing. So it was purple, yes, but here's the thing. The red, it's always whoever has less color wins. Next year's Super Bowl logo, the primary color for the Packers is green, and the lesser color of the two colors is green. We are going to win the Super Bowl next year.
You looking this up.
Yes.
So who's going to be the Packers and the Chiefs?
Packers, Chiefs. I don't really care. Packers. Who else is in the AFC? Packers. I don't know. Other trash teams in the AFC.
Is there anybody else green?
In the NFC?
That's like giving Saints. Where is it next
year? It's in New Orleans.
Oh,
it's in New Orleans. So
okay.
Like, it reflects the city. But also, like, there's nothing red about New Orleans. I guess Creole. I don't know, but
no, it was just like the shape of the spade.
No, I know. I'm just saying in general. So like, it's probably the Chiefs or whatever team they want it to be, and Bills. I don't know, but the fact is, I don't really care who's in the AFC. What matters is Packers are going to be in the Super Bowl, and they're going to be there. So anyway, 50-50 type stuff going on. So there's that. So there's marriage, right?
There's so many questions, but okay.
There's marriage. So then good news too. You turned 36.
Yes. I don't know how good that is. I am 4 years, you guys, from 40.
Yeah. So we'll put it on the screen. We did a mud bath. Oh my gosh.
We did a mud bath. And number one question I've gotten about the mud bath. No, it does not get into your cracks and crevices.
It does.
It does, but not in like a point of no return.
We went to Calistoga.
Yes. Okay. So we had an amazing time away. We did almost like a daytime staycation, where we went up to Calistoga, which is a small town like on top of Napa. So past Napa, if you're familiar with the area, like past Yountville.
Well, some people who listen to our podcast don't live in California.
Right. So if you ever get a chance to come up to wine country, it's all a part of Napa Valley though. And so part of the Napa Valley includes this small town called Calistoga. And Calistoga is known for their hot mineral water and springs. So there is an inactive volcano that kind of sits underneath the city, and there's like a natural faithful geyser that goes off pretty much every hour because of the earth. It's so warm. But they say 2 miles underneath the earth.
So 2 miles under the earth. So it was an active volcano, but 2 miles under the earth, there's water that is extremely hot. And so
because of the earth is extremely hot.
So
and there's an underground river.
Yeah, the first place we went to was the geyser, where literally it's like a boiling pot. They put a pipe in and it pops up, and we'll put a video right now. Oh, a picture, probably video as well. You guys can see the geyser. That's Cam holding like the water shooting out of his hand. That's me holding the water shooting. So it was really cool to go to the geyser.
It was really cool.
And so that was the first stop in our journey.
Yeah, it brings forth like natural warm water. So there, one of the things they're known for is their mud baths. And so this is not just like mud, like outdoor dirt that they're mixing with this water. That's not it at all. So this is actually lava ash.
Yeah.
That they take and then they mix with the naturally hot, warm mineral water, and they mix it together, and it creates this like ionic mineral miracle clay bath type stuff that really helps to draw all the toxins, all the metals, all the bad stuff in your body kind of out. And when I say like instantly relax, I mean, that water, it was warm. It was pretty warm.
Oh, it was burning hot.
It was burning. And you kind of don't sink into mud. So you have to like shimmy into it and get into it. But that was the best experience. Like just doing that. And then what else did we do? We went to lunch in Calistoga, which was really nice. And just seeing that small town. And it just was a good getaway, just a good time to explore. One thing that I love about being in California is that there's so many places to explore, right? Literally, you can just like vacation in a number of places and they're totally different. And there's just so much to get into just from this area alone, where you don't have to have to get on an airplane and do much. But I had fun. I had a great time.
Cool. So you go from this hot mud bath to a really like a cold shower to like get your body temp lowered, and then they put you into a hot tub to get your body temp up again, and then a cool down room, and I almost blacked out because it was just so much moving for your body. But it was really amazing experience. The mud bath was. What else? And then beyond there, then we found this really cool Dr. Wilkinson's. We went there for lunch, and then we saw the geyser, and then we stopped by a barbecue space.
I think that was your favorite.
Yeah, it was the best barbecue I've had since I've been in California.
Yeah.
Even though their brisket is like hot roasted.
Calistoga is known for their barbecue. I guess there are other barbecue spots there too. Yeah, it's like known for, I was looking up on TikTok, it's known for their barbecue. So there's a number of barbecue spots. We got to find more.
What?
Yeah, it's like the number one barbecue spot.
Calistoga?
Calistoga.
Okay,
Yeah.
the brisket was a little pot roasty, but I mean... Calistoga?
Look it up. So we've been to Buster's and we went to 707. Was it 707Q or something?
It was
like
good.
that?
It was good. Don't get me wrong.
That was really good.
It was food.
So
good.
we'll report back on our.
I'm still getting used to the tri-tip. So I like smoking tri-tip in the brisket style, but the way the tri-tip is supposed to be cooked is to medium or medium rare, and so I'm getting used to chewy tri-tip when I'm used to more of a pull apart brisket tri-tip.
Oh, tell them about this weekend. What did we make this weekend?
Oh yeah, so this weekend, video come up here, and also if you guys go follow our Brown Dead Board Ventures page,
please.
Yeah, go find that. We decided to make brisket for the Super Bowl, but then we had this idea. Cam had the idea of not just making brisket for us, but making brisket for the houseless in our area, and so we bought 2 briskets.
Right. Unknowingly to me, because let me tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about this and what happens. So, Justin is a barbecue pit master, right? He loves to cook, but he loves it for the experience. And Justin will taste it, and he will be like, "Mwah! This is chef's kiss. Love it," and he's done. He's done. Same with the little one. He just tastes it, and that's it. So now we're always left with a whole brisket, and who's left to eat it? So I eat brisket pretty much breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next few weeks because I'm the only one that is committed to eating it, right? So I'm thinking Cam had a great idea. Like, why don't we donate some of this brisket to the house list? I'm like, oh my gosh, that's absolutely. So I come home, I had a meeting, you guys went out shopping to get the stuff that we needed to make it, and I see the brisket, and I'm like, oh, beautiful, it's a pretty big brisket. And then in walks another brisket. So not just one brisket, two briskets. Two huge ones. It's like having a whole cow. And so we made 2 humongous briskets, but it was really good because we were able to cut it up and make 17
meals for
plates
the houseless community. Yeah.
For the houseless community. And Cam, he directed it all, like what the sides were, which were totally random. So like if you're seeing this, I hope you enjoyed it. But honestly, I kind of tasted it both together. Yeah. It worked. Yeah, it really worked. It was brisket with barbecue sauce and spaghetti noodles, which are 2 of Kim's favorite things. And he wanted others to experience it and enjoy. And it surprisingly came together. Yeah. And I know they were so happy.
Yeah, they were. It was really great to go out there. And it really reminds you of to be grateful, right? And it was sad because we saw a group of people who were just put out of their apartment or their home moving into an encampment with a U-Haul and had their boxes and everything, and were unloading a U-Haul. And saying
we're moving
into the encampment.
And this is not like a set up, established place. This is literally just an outside tent city. And they're moving in. But what was like I know people who live in huge houses and have everything and will complain because their coffee wasn't the way they wanted it. And here we are seeing people with a U-Haul. They were like, we just got kicked out and we're moving into this tent city. But they didn't have a poor attitude.
No, they had peace, and it was a family.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They had every reason to complain, to grumble, to be upset, to be rude, to be mean, but their heart's posture was just like peace.
And so we gave them the meals, and there was a lot of people, and you always want to do more, but I don't know what else to do. Our church does a lot, but that really broke my heart.
It broke my heart. I was up last night looking up like, what is the housing situation? Like, what homeless shelters, what is available? How do you help? What do you do? And it's hard. I know it's hard for people too. I hope Keith Lee, and maybe we can talk about that in the next episode. But like it's really overwhelming not being from the area. And seeing just the sheer amount of people, because I'm sure it's expensive to live in California.
It's expensive to live, period, right now.
Period. Like, $5 a gallon for gas, and traveling, you have to drive
Chipotle
1,000.
Just substantially raised their prices.
You guys will hear something so funny while we were gone. I think we got into the biggest argument of our entire marriage over Chipotle. So Cam and I, Chipotle is our favorite restaurant. Like, we love Chipotle so much we can eat it every single day. Like, if we went to Chipotle every day, we'd be so happy. Like, boom, boom, eating Chipotle. Justin, on the contrary, cannot stand it.
At all.
He cannot stand it. So he tried to, me and Cam, sometimes we team up against Brown Dad here. So he tried to break us with the bad news by saying that Chipotle is increasing their prices, but nothing's gonna stop us.
from a New York Post article that came out this morning, that because of the raising, well, I think the issue is more so Californian. Because of the raising of minimum wage here in California, they are raising prices. The same with Big Mac meals, they're $18 now.
Big Mac meals. No, I'm telling you. Do y'all remember? I don't know if this was like a Wisconsin thing, but okay, remember at McDonald's, like a double cheeseburger was like how much? $1, or a Mac chicken was $1. So I was there. Cam wanted a Happy Meal. Why is it not the double cheeseburger? Because that means that's 2 pieces of cheese. This is a Mac double, which means there's 1 piece of cheese. $4.97.
It's incredible.
And a French fry now, it's like a medium fry. Remember that used to be $1. It's $5.
It's crazy to me. So that's it's crazy to see all of this happening, and I think it's amazing because it's I want to get into like deep other stuff like in the spits with all that too, like Monique happened and like Cat Williams, and it's amazing. It's only been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks since we've been together. We had PV on here a couple weeks ago, so it's been 3 weeks since we've been together, and how much stuff has occurred in that 3 weeks, right? And
we're gonna talk about that in the next episode, right?
Next one, like positively and negatively, and along with that too, like have been some really interesting things. Like I found another gym that I'm gonna start going to. Right, I'm preaching this series on emotions, which has been really, really eye opening to talk about. I talked about stress and anxiety the first week, and there's some quotes I'll give you that have been really eye opening to me that I'll give you guys. Overthinking does not change the future. Overthinking does not change the past. It just really screws up your present. Right. Another one was anxiety is not the fear of the future, and depression is not the fear of the past. Stress and anxiety is the worry that you'll handle your next decision like your last decision.
Wow.
Right. And I mean, it's more of a leadership thing, but like that you'll make another decision similar to another decision. Right. Lower your expectations of people. Because the reason we have so much anger is because one of the reasons we have so much anger is we have unmet expectations that we have not communicated and that some people are not able to live to. Who are those people? And the reason we're frustrated with so many people is we have not named those people. Because like even the Super Bowl ads had like they said I can't do it, and they said I can't do this, and they said I can't do that. And I'm like, who are they? Who are they? Who are those people? But because we have this ostensive just they, everybody's they. And it's like, actually, like I was joking with Court, because Court can talk about our big and never, but it's like, no, you have no one against you. Like, who's they? Like,
I know, so that commercial was like, they said I could never do this. They said I could never. And I was like, me too. They said I could never. Justin was like, nobody has ever said that to you.
But that's what I'm saying though. So like, it's
but
always
I think the they is I've said. And I think that's the issue that we've it's easy to say, well, they said, but honestly, in reality, it's I said I could never own a business. I said I could never graduate. I said I could never get this job. I said I could never do that. But it's easier if we put the onus on other people of saying they don't believe in me.
Yeah, it's I don't think I'm capable. I don't think I can. And so that's what God. And then also, good news for me, I preached a revival. I haven't preached a revival in years.
Yeah, you are like booked and busy.
Shout out Elon, First Baptist Church in Elon, North Carolina.
You have been booked and busy.
East North Carolina barbecue. I had some
Come
pulled
on and
pork.
raised up.
I had some barbecue from there. Then I also did a conference in New York on artificial intelligence. And then
you have a couple more coming up.
I have a couple more coming up, which is really cool. And what was the thing I was going to say though with that? Yeah, I had done a revival in ages, and it was different. And I'm not an evangelist, so that was like really hard for me. Like, because I'm just not a late night preacher. And then Wilkes was mad because he was like, dude, I listen to you. Wilkes was like, dude, I listen to you every week. Like, what was that? Like, I'm used to like Pastor Justin, not like Dr. Lester coming in here in a black suit and a white shirt and black tie. But it was fun. It was really a lot of fun. I'm really proud. And so shout out if you guys are in North Carolina, Elon First Baptist Church in North Carolina, doing great work. Just find another location. Really proud of him. And we are actually up for, which is kind of cool. Hopefully, United, you see this Thursday of this week. So hopefully, I'll have an update next week. Up for being doctorate mentors.
Yeah.
And that prayerfully we're able to be Lester Wilkes scholars.
That's huge.
And that people who are desiring to be in ministry, we'd be able to look back years from now and be like, I was a Lester Wilkes scholar, and we'll talk about technology and sustainability and local church ministry. And I actually just took what you just said, because I'm working on a book that'll come out in June called I'm Ready, and I like it's not they, it's I actually really like that. But I'm working on this book called I'm Ready. And so January has been interesting, and getting into February, we're just halfway through the month, and we celebrate 8 years in a couple weeks.
Crazy.
Yeah. Can't
believe it. We've been together a total of what?
11
years we've been together in a relationship. What a thunk. And then we celebrate 8 years of being married. And so in a couple of weeks, probably not next week's episode, but the week after that, we'll probably do some reflections. Maybe 8 things we learned in 8
years. A lot of things, but it's been groovy. And so, yeah, so that's what we want to bring in updates. I know this one was a little more just conversational. Next week, we'll get into some of the things that are going on in the world and all of that. So any unpaid advertisement before we go today?
No, I'm reading a new book, which is really, really good. It's called Mame. It's right here. Hold on. I'm going to grab it. Mame. It's a really good book. It's from a young adult Black author. It's very, it's real. It's about aging parents. It's about just the rigmarole of millennial life and jobs and all that. So this is very good. She has African parents, so there's some humor in it too. But that's my unpaid advertisement. That book is keeping me going. Just shout out to Usher in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
And for Verizon, okay, because they literally won the Super Bowl. Okay, Usher made the Super Bowl, but Verizon won with that Beyonce commercial.
I'll give you it, whatever.
Period.
It was a good football. It was a really good football game. It was a really good football game. It was a great game. It was a good defensive football game. I have 2 unpaid advertisements.
Okay.
And I'm not going to share all of them. Well, like the first one, the Super Bowl logo for next year, because Packers are going to win the Super Bowl next year. My other unpaid advertisement,
and going after superstitions, and you literally preach a sermon about superstitions and all of that.
But it doesn't apply to sports.
Okay.
Sports are a whole other world. All right. So my other unpaid advertisement. Did you see what happened to Keon Henderson's church? This old woman, I'm gonna play the video. You guys are gonna get the video. This old woman.
I can't believe she said that's hilarious. The funny part is because she's so, you just was not expecting that because given her age, but it's funny.
Yeah, and a lot of reasons, but you guys are gonna see this video.
How you keep a man happy for 45 years? Okay. Let the church say yeah. Yeah.
Unpaid advertisement, shout out. That's longevity, Court. That's longevity. I said it to so many of my friends, and they were like, wow. But yeah, so unpaid advertisement, there you go. So anyway, hope you guys have an amazing week. And happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate, or Galentine's Day, or Singletine's Day, or Palentine, whatever it is. Enjoy. And, there's this, and I'll leave you with this. Henry Nouwen, in his work Here and Now, I'm reading it now, he said that the prayer we ought to have to ourselves every day when we wake up is thank you for existing. He said, because you're the only one who needs you to exist. Right?
PV said that too.
Yeah, PV said that too.
Yeah.
You're the only one and so he said, thank yourself for existing today. So my challenge to you is you go into every day this week, not just Valentine's Day, and I get Valentine's Day brings up a whole bunch of stuff. I remember being single and hating Valentine's Day. Right? So going into Valentine's Day, wherever you are, thank you for existing. And thank yourself for existing. Look in the mirror. And that's one thing I've been trying to do recently. His book is titled Here and Now. And one of the things I've been trying to do recently is to wake up and look at myself in the mirror and say, Justin, thank you for existing today.
Right.
So thank you for existing, those of you who watch and listen to our podcast. And I want you to take a moment today and go thank yourself for existing for yourself. You need you to live.
Yeah.
So go live. Right.
There's no relationship that works, that can be successful unless you are successful with yourself and living yourself. And that is the biggest takeaway. So love yourself. Do something that you want to do, even if you're in a relationship, even if you're married, even if, you have that, or if you're single, do something you want to do. Eat the candy, go to dinner, make the reservations, have fun, get your friends together, whatever it is. You plan it, you do it. And that's another thing. Stop sitting around and waiting to be disappointed, right? I think that's a big thing where it's like, I've been seeing these things, my husband never asked me to be a Valentine. It's like, you make the reservation to the place that you want to go and tell your significant other, this is what I really wanted to do and I think we should do it, and do it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't sit around and be disappointed.
That's it.
Be proactive. And guess what? I'm sure your relationship would be even stronger
That's it.
than it was before.
That's it. Uprooting those roots and replanting it with something else. Have an amazing day. We'll see you next week. I'm Justin.
I'm Courtney.
See ya.